Mari on the Buying Space channel, and this morning I am here with my glass, and I'll also show you all this over here. Why not? It happens. It's been a very strange week around here. I just wouldn't know where to begin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something very familiar. I might tell another fish story today. I don't know. I don't have one in mind, but I read from the book, from Reader's Digest yesterday, and found a lovely little fish story. But there's some things that I haven't taken care of. See, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 packages. Oh, did I count this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I got 12 total. This package comes from a lady that I've never bought from, and I normally do not do this. Let me see. Who do we have in here today? Good morning, TJ. And good morning, Crystal. How are you doing today? TJ is YouTube Connect. TJ is he has a drone, and he does drone footage, and it's very exciting. And official Crystal Clear TV, as far as I know, she does auctions. She might do other things. Actually, I have Crystal's package here. I bought from Crystal. I haven't opened yet, Crystal. I haven't done the unboxing. I've got 12 packages here. And the first unboxing I'm doing this morning is, well, it's got stuff in it that has to be taken care of. I'll just say that. Because I don't want to give away what's in the box, right? Okay, come on. Is there something homemade in here that, okay, address is on this side, so I want that away from the camera. Let's see. Oh, we have tons of napkins. Now, napkins do not expire. So I went to auction. She was on, this is from Terry, Uniques by the Creek. Hello, Sue H. C. Have you read the Quran? Not completely through. I've read passages from the Quran. I know that there's a book in the Quran about Mother, the Mary of Jesus, and that Muslims accept Jesus as a prophet, and that you worship the same God that Christians and Jews do, which is Yahweh. You have, before the Quran, you had the Old Testament. Now, I know that you accept the Torah, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. I don't know what other parts of the Old Testament Muslims read. So that's what I know, but I haven't read from the Quran, but I've considered it. I've considered doing Bible readings, or spiritual readings or scripture readings from the Quran before, but I haven't done it yet. My name and address are on my About page. If you want, I have a post office box. If you want to send me a Quran to read, in English in kind of larger letters, I would do so. I just don't have one. The number of times I thought about it, I didn't really have one available. So here we have the next item. Oh, there's a card. It's kind of like unboxing's kind of like your birthday. You got to read the card first, and I didn't. Oh my goodness. Such a horrible person. I didn't read the card first. Okay, here we go. Well, having the dexterity to get the card out is another thing. A little safety pin. Isn't that cute? It says, thank you. Myra, thank you so much for your support. I ran out of dark chocolate. Oops, there's a giveaway. To make the pretzels. It is snowing here. I included a few more to make up for it. Oh my goodness, bonuses. The drizzle is salted caramel. Thank you, Terry at Uniques by the Creek. And it says up here, if you don't like the pretzels, let me refund and I'll let me know and I will refund you. So she's offered a refund if I don't like the pretzels. I can't imagine not liking the pretzels because, hey, they're pretzels. Let's see what's in here. I like dark chocolate because for your health, you're supposed to have 3 ounces of dark chocolate a day. Okay, these are not pretzels. These are like fudge chunks. Oh, doesn't that look delicious? There are more than a few people that in January I said, do not go to the post office. Delicious chocolate. Oh, Terry, thank you. But I said to people, please do not go out in the weather. Now, these are the chocolates covered pretzels. Oh, my goodness. How delicious. So I got 4 packs of napkins, and I got 3 packs of chocolate. Originally, I was just going to get 2 packages, but because she didn't have the dark chocolate, she had just the milk chocolate, I got a bonus. So, looks good, doesn't it? Oh, hi, Kevin. How you doing? Kevin is with Tuber Chat. If you go to Kevin's channel, he puts your name on a wheel, and he will give you a shout out. Very nice shout out. And he reviews channels. But I told all the people during the time of the blizzard, do not risk your life to get my package out. So, because of the blizzard, this was delayed. And because of the blizzard, I didn't get dark chocolate out, milk chocolate. But, I don't think I'm suffering here. And I wanted to open this package because, well, this is food. Oh my goodness, this is so good. But I did not want to be responsible for anybody having a wreck or, losing limb or life to get me chocolate pretzels or anything else I'd ordered during that time. The winter has been very harsh on people, in areas like, it didn't snow here in Jacksonville, but they shut the town down one day when it might have snowed. And it just got below freezing. So all of us really suffered here. But in the Panhandle, it really did snow. Not Terry's fault. I don't have water. Sweetie? Oh.
Yes, what? Water.
Yeah. Go ahead and move that box over there, too.
Okay. Where?
On top of that other box. It's on this side.
Okay.
Thank you. Mm. Give me a minute. Because I was kind of aspirating there. It's hard when food goes down the wrong line. Not that it's supposed to go down long at all. But that was my unboxing. And I unboxed it on camera because, well, it's perishable. And I was looking forward to that chocolate. And Terry, if you are watching this later, you don't owe me a thing. You sent me some extras and I'm okay. I will get my dark chocolate fix somewhere else and it's perfectly fine. I'm glad you exercised common sense and did not go out in the weather to bring me those chocolates. So Terry invoiced and shipped professionally and with common sense. I'm going to open these beautiful napkins. Look at that. Ella used to send me packages with the poly bags that look just like that. And all that choking made my nose run. But anyway, on occasionally on lives, I will do unboxings. I do unboxings Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 3:30. Good morning, Auntie Mama. So good to see you. Oh, you like that vase? This one right here. This one came from Angela Isaac. This one back here, I don't know. This one, this clear one over here with the lines and the iridescent, that came from Angela Isaac too. And I have the cutest little purse over here. Let me show you what's in this purse. I love the stuff in this purse. In this little purse, I have another little purse. Isn't that adorable? And in this little purse, I have earrings. And these purple earrings, I just love. In fact, I'm going to put them on. And, whoops, as I lose some of it. Here's some other earrings. Now, there's one of these is just like a porcelain piece. That's just adorable. And here we have these ball earrings in teal, that color teal that I like. Here's the matching set of this for the other ball. Cute little globe. And it hangs down. Very nice. And this porcelain pair. Now, all these earrings were made by Carol Edwards. Crafty Songbird 55. And One of the reasons they're so precious to me is Carol is no longer with us. And part of those earrings I got from I got all of them from an auction on Colleen O.G. Lawton's channel. Now these are manufactured. Those others were put together by Carol. I should have got those out at New Year's. Those were not made by Carol. They're manufactured. But what happened was one of the sets of earrings, the main set of earrings, the porcelain pieces, I didn't get. And I got all the rest of it. And I emailed Colleen and I said, I didn't get that other pair of earrings, which was the main pair. Actually, all the rest of these, believe it or not, these were bonus earrings. So I got these earrings and the little porcelain piece. It's not an earring by itself. And I got the ball earrings, but I didn't get the main porcelain earrings. So she sent them to me. And between the time that, oh gosh, I'm not going to cry on camera. Between the time that I got the first package and the second package, Carol passed away. And so it was bittersweet when I got the earrings because I wanted to reach out to Carol and buy some more stuff from her and repair some things that had happened between us. And I never got the chance. And it's just, life is like that. You just, oh my goodness. It's difficult, when you lose somebody. And it's doubly difficult when you lose somebody and you have unresolved issues with them. I had an aunt pass away this week. And I saw her in May at my mother's birthday. Her and my Aunt Claudia and my Aunt Irma came to my mother's 83rd birthday party. And we had such a good time. My cousin Gary came too. Aunt Claudia has to have somebody with her now 24/7, just like Mom. And and Marty and I were there, and we just had a good time. And we had, shared some cake and stories, and it was just a wonderful time. And I kept meaning to stop by and see Aunt Irma, and I never did. And so, good morning, Dan. Dan has fish tanks. He lives in Wells. He has these wonderful Oscars. Have the Oscars laid eggs yet? We keep waiting for the Oscars to lay eggs. But you never know. And I'm always tired now. Don't have the energy I used to. So I never, by the time I got done with things for Mom and took care of myself that day and took care of what Marty needed that day, by all that time all that was done, I didn't have any extra time to visit anyone. And I didn't go by and see my aunt that passed away. And I've been kind of hard on myself this week because of it. I'm ordering flowers today for the family. But, and life's like that, But Dan has kind of a fun channel. He uses a lot of profanity, but I still love him. But he has these fish tanks, and he said he'll set up a fish tank video for anywhere from like 40 minutes to an hour and a half of his fish swimming around. And I love playing those videos, especially at night. When I get up in the middle of the night and I need to go back to sleep, I'll put on Dan's fish tanks and videos, and they just relax me and help me go back to sleep. And if I roll around and look over, it's like, oh, there are the fish. And I can roll back over. Because if I put anything else on that has speaking or action in it, besides the fish swimming around, it wakes me up because I pay attention to what's on the screen. But I'm used to rolling over and seeing Dan's fish and say, okay, the fish are swimming around, and rolling back over and going back to sleep. I don't have to pay attention to it other than I'm hearing those wonderful fish tank noises and I'm seeing the beautiful fish, and it relaxes me. So, but anyway, we're going to try not to have anybody else pass away in the family this week. But, it's not up to us. Oh, my goodness. I don't know. It's a cascade effect. My mother was the baby girl in the family, and she has a brother younger than her. And when my grandmother died in 2014, all 7 of her children and all of their spouses were still alive, and they were all over 70. And every one of them, except for the aunts that were divorced out of the family, every one of them was at her funeral. And then, the grandchildren were 36 grandchildren, and a majority of us were there. And some of the great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren had, but when she died, she had over 100 descendants, and she was in her 90s. Good morning, little lone prepper. It's so good to see you. Yes, Aunt Mama's family has been passing away, and I was just talking about how, in families, it seems like the oldest generation, when one of them starts passing away, that there's like a cascade effect, that a lot of them pass away at the same time. And we are living in an age of great stress for the elderly. Federal funds were frozen this week and then unfrozen, and it's uncertain whether or not certain programs will be continued. I receive Meals on Wheels myself, and the gentleman from Meals on Wheels came in, and he said to me, I was just expressing such gratitude towards him because I didn't know whether he's going to be able to make it this week. I didn't know that they had the funding. There was a lady, I think her name's Kelly. She's a representative in the legislature for West Virginia. And she said that, I think it was Tuesday, their Medicaid portal for the state of West Virginia was not working, that it was frozen. And, a lot of poor states like West Virginia, they receive like $1 trillion in federal funding every year, and that feeds people. But my Meals on Wheels guys here in Florida, the guy just took his finger and went across his neck for indicating what would happen to the elderly he delivers to. I have Marty to help me as far as putting my meals away and bringing me meals when I'm too tired to cook anything. And but he said that some of the people, they didn't have anybody to help them. They couldn't go to the grocery store. When he brings in their Meals on Wheels boxes, he has to stack the refrigerator for them. There's nobody to help them. And that, basically he indicated with sign language that they would die if they didn't have their Meals on Wheels. And the reports that I saw, what I was seeing, the only thing that was guaranteed that they weren't going to touch was Social Security and Medicare. Medicaid was also under the gun. And right now, elderly people that are on Medicare and Medicaid cannot afford co-payments because they're on fixed incomes. Here in Florida, rent and property values are through the roof. Starting in 2020, we had a lot of people come down from New York and New Jersey to live here. And then after that, people started exiting California, some of them. Some of them went to Texas. Some of them came straight here. And after some of the ones that went to Texas got to know what Texas was like, some of them didn't like it, and they went ahead and moved to Florida. And we get people from all over. But after this last round of hurricanes, with the people downstate getting hit and the people at the Panhandle getting hit with the other one, we, in the hurricanes, had tornadoes in them, and there was a lot of destruction this year in Florida. A lot of those people moved to Jacksonville. A lot of other people have moved to Jacksonville, and it used to be that we had 800,000 people to 1 million people, depending upon what boats were in, because we have Navy shipyards here, and if the colleges were in or not. We have at least 5 colleges, maybe more here, and people come from all over the world to go to college here. We got University of North Florida, Jacksonville University, Edward Waters, and then we have Jones College and some other smaller colleges here. Even like just technical schools that teach you, basic computer skills and that sort of thing. We have all kinds of educational opportunities here. And so there were times of the year that we would have 1 million people instead of 800,000. But now, after these last 2 hurricanes, we have a solid 1 million people here every day. And the traffic shows it. Now, some of those people have repaired their homes down south. And there's a lady, there's a couple in my Sunday school class that they had his sister there living for months and months and months because she was repairing her house, and they were elderly themselves, and they were going back and forth downstate to make repairs on his sister's house and get her settled back in down there. And I don't know, I think she decided to go ahead, once she had everything repaired, to go ahead and sell and, get a different property here. So she's migrated because she's learned from her disaster that who she needs, and that's her brother and his wife and their family to help her, because she doesn't have a big family. And she doesn't want to be in another natural disaster where she's going to be down there stuck alone. It's very, very difficult. Yeah. And for, the elderly population of Florida to deal with natural disasters, I mean, even just moving, from one place to another is something that you have to hire people to do. You can't do it yourself anymore. And even salvaging your stuff, it takes, you have to hire people. And people that salvage anymore, they don't give you money for what you're giving them. They charge you to take it away, and then they sell it. So it's not the same as it used to be. It used to be you could sell your stuff and to pay your expenses and moving, and you can't do that anymore. Yes, you have to live near family now, especially if you're elderly, whatever family you got left. And I know Auntie Mama's crew is wonderful. They have, she was talking about the other day that, it's not anybody's house. And when people come in, to have a gathering, nobody stomps their foot on the floor and says, "This is my house," kind of thing. And that's wonderful. Me and my brother always had this thing with Dad. Dad would say, "You can't do that. This is my house," right? So when we grew up and we had our own houses and we had our own places, Dad would never come visit because he knew, "Good morning, my life sunny side up." He knew that we would say, "Well, this is our house." So he was so afraid of hearing that because he told us that all our lives that he wasn't really wanting to come visit. Good morning, Tooch Man. How you doing? I have got to take a break. So I'm going to leave Tooch Man in charge. So glad I got a wrench in here. Somebody came in today and thought they were going to ruffle my feathers by asking me if I had ever read the Quran. And I've read bits and pieces of it. And I invited them to send me a Quran and I would read it. Because I got no problem with that as long as it's in English in large print or larger print. I can't be 8 point. It has to be at least 10 point or more for me to be able to fluently read it. So I gotta get up and I'll be right back. And Tooch Man is in charge. Large and in charge. Go ahead and promote your channel, Tooch. Throw links. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Tooch. Appreciate you. Oh, you're calling me mom. Don't mom me. Anyway, when I was turned 40-ish, people started calling me ma'am. I'm like, don't you ma'am me. When I was in my early 40s, I was still, well, I partied when I was young, and then I got married and had Marty, and I behaved myself for a very long time. And then I partied again in my early 40s. And so it was kind of crazy. When Marty was the age to party as a teenager, I was partying too. So we had a good old time. And then it calmed down when, well, quite honestly, it calmed down. I'll tell you when it calmed down. When I got my turkey chin, that's when it calmed down. Because my desirability, because I didn't have the money to fix the turkey chin, took a dive when I was about 55 years old. So things have been calm since then. I may be old enough to be your mama, Tooch Man, but I'm not. As they say, you only get one of those. My mom is 83, and we are blessed to still have her. And it may not be that long before she's gone. And my aunt died this week. So mortality is something that we are facing. You get to a certain age, it's just like, Lord, will it be today? For even myself. Because, I think everybody in the reseller community knows that I was in the ICU during the last big hurricane. And you just never know. You got to thank God for every breath, every day, even when you're young, because you just never know, even when you're young. And it's been one of those weeks when all of that has just smacked me and my family in the face. And it's hard. And, I'm remembering to breathe and drink water. My father passed away 14 years ago. And, every year the anniversary of his death, we're reminded of that. And then we have the holidays after that. And, now my poor cousins, they went into my aunt's house this week, and she had become sick before she had time to get her Christmas decorations down. So when they went in their house this week, her Christmas tree was still up. So I'm going to go ahead and go. Good morning, Judy May. I got to go. It's good to see you. Maybe Monday you can come in. That'd be wonderful. It's so good to see you here. You all have a wonderful and blessed day.